Hello and welcome to Canton This Month. I'm your host, Diane Baker. During our show, we'll bring you a variety of special reports from throughout the community as well as local news and more. Canton This Month is produced by Canton Community Productions and the Canton Municipal Government. Our show this month will start off learning about the Middle Passage, then we'll check out a piece on Benjamin Banneker, and we'll finish it out with Paul Robeson. All this and more when we return to Canton This Month.
What are the benefits of shopping local? Besides finding quality products and produce in your own backyard, shopping local means your produce is hand-picked and brought to you in its freshest state. Local products means less travel, which helps the environment. Plus, your business helps support the members in your community. So keep it local and visit the Canton Farmers Market Sundays from May until October at Preservation Park. Go to facebook.com/Canton Farmers Market for more details.
The Block Youth and Teen Center, an entity of Canton Leisure Services, is inviting LGBTQ+ community members and ally students ages 11 to 17 to attend Transpire Nights. In cooperation with Plymouth Canton PFLAG and sponsored by the Masco Corporation, the block opens its doors for monthly educational, mental health, and social workshops. Pre-registration is required online at cantonfund.org and is only $3 per workshop. We look forward to welcoming you to our center.
Now let's turn to the news. For those in the market for a new job, across-the-board wage increases for all part-time and seasonal Canton Township positions went into effect. Canton Leisure Services is now hiring for seasonal part-time. Apply today at canton.applicantpro.com/jobs. Open positions may include day camp counselors, teen services staff, lifeguards, and more. Find additional information at canton-mi.org/jobs. Canton Township is an equal employment opportunity employer. It's that time of year when you can stock up on Michigan-made goodies and locally grown produce, as the first of 3 off-season farmers markets will be held on Sunday, February 19th in the Summit on the Park. Additional markets are also scheduled to be held on March 19th and April 16th in the Summit Banquet Center, all with special winter market hours from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Experience all the things you love about our summer markets just indoors. For additional information, visit the Canton Farmers Market on Facebook. Area residents ages 21 and over are encouraged to attend a special wine walk fundraiser on Friday, February 24th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Village Arts Factory. This unique fundraiser is a Lead Like a Girl initiative, which is comprised of local young ladies who are donating 100% of the proceeds from this event to benefit the National Women's Health Network. Tickets include catered appetizers, live music, a pottery experience, wine sampling, and an art exhibition. Tickets are $40 per person and are on sale now at cantonfund.org/register. For additional information, call 398-5570. Now we'll learn about the Middle Passage.
Black history is American history. The contributions of African Americans can be found in every fabric of America, from sports to science, from entertainment to education, from Bunker Hill to Capitol Hill. African Americans have influenced every ounce of American culture and American life. Hello, I'm Anthony Davis, and on this program, we will talk about some of those who have made a difference, both past and present, and events that help make America America. America, land of the brave and the free. It is a melting pot that has become home to millions from around the world, those seeking a new home and a better life, and even those seeking asylum from religious persecution made their escape to America. Most of those who make up America's culture came free and on their own accord, while others came by a more brutal method. African Americans make up a big part of the American culture, but our journey here wasn't by choice. It was over the infamous Middle Passage. The Middle Passage was part of the Triangle Trade, where goods like guns, rum, textiles, and manufactured goods were sent from Europe to Africa. This was the first part of the triangle trade. Once in Africa, these goods were brought for captured or bought Africans. The second part of the triangle trade is the infamous Middle Passage. This is the stage of the triangular trade where millions of Africans were forcibly transported to the New World as part of the Atlantic slave trade and sold into slavery in North and South America. The ships emptied their slave cargo, picked up items like tobacco and sugar, and finished the triangle back in Europe, where this horrendous cycle repeated itself again and again for centuries. The duration of the transatlantic voyages varied widely, anywhere from 1 to 6 months, depending on weather conditions. The journey became more efficient over the centuries. While an average transatlantic journey of the early 16th century lasted several months, by the 19th century, the crossing often required fewer than 6 weeks. Captives would be chained together in the hull of the ship with barely enough room to sit up. Much of the journey was made on their backs in waste, filth, disease, and death. The conditions on the ships and the treatment of slaves was so horrific that captives would often commit suicide by starvation or jumping overboard. Insurrection was not common, but did take place on some ships, with little to no success. Those involved were severely punished and sometimes put to death. Those that revolted, the sick, weak, and the dead were often thrown to the sea. It has been said that the migratory pattern of sharks from Africa to the west was due to them following slave ships to feast on those thrown overboard. Also, it was not uncommon for slavers to tie anchors to their captives and throw them overboard alive to avoid arrest from naval ships patrolling the area. The Middle Passage lasts from about 1518 to the mid-19th century. During that time, millions of African men, women, and children were forced to make the voyage. It is estimated 15% of the Africans died at sea during those voyages. For those that survived the journey, a lifetime of tremendous servitude awaited. Those put to slavery, great Americans. I'm Anthony Davis, and this has been Black History, American History. Thank you for watching.
The Summit on the Park is currently looking for passionate fitness enthusiasts to become contracted personal trainers on our fitness team. Expand your client base and help our members achieve their health and wellness goals by delivering a positive fitness experience and quality personal training sessions at the Summit on the Park. Applicants must hold a current certification from ACE, ACSM, NASM, or NSCA. Interested individuals are asked to apply online at canton-mi.org/jobs. Canton Township is an equal employment opportunity employer. This fall and winter, Fellows Creek Golf Club and Banquet Facility will be offering a delicious lunch menu Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Dine in or get takeout. Find menu details at facebook.com/Fellows Creek Golf. For additional information about Fellows Creek Golf Club, visit fellowscreekgolf.com or call 728-1300. The Gallery at Cherry Hill would once again like to invite area artists to apply for a group or solo art exhibition for the 2024 season. The Village Theater is interested in featuring a diverse group of artists of all mediums. Submission will be juried by an exhibition committee comprised of local artists, art professionals, and art educators. Please be advised that you are ineligible if you have had a solo exhibition at the Gallery at Cherry Hill within the last 5 years. Submissions are due by April 7th. For submission information, visit cantonvillagetheater.org. And we'll be right back with more Canton This Month.
I'm Community Relations Officer Patty Esselink of the Canton Police Department. We continue to receive complaints of drivers not stopping for school bus red lights. I want to take this opportunity to remind you, when the lights turn red on the school bus, that means stop. As you're driving down the road and the bus initiates the yellow flashing lights, those lights tell you to slow down. When the lights turn red and the stop signs go out, that means you must stop in all directions on a non-divided highway. If the highway is divided, the vehicles behind the bus must stop on those red flashing lights. Remember, it's not just you that we are worried about. We're also worried about all of the children who are exiting and entering those buses. So remember, stop on those red lights.
Are you looking for a great space to host an event? Anything from birthday parties, baby showers, to graduation parties and company functions? Look no further than the Summit on the Park. The Summit on the Park can accommodate your request at a reasonable price. The Summit offers a variety of private rooms for rent to meet any need. Plus, renters can bring in their own food with some restrictions. Contact the Summit on the Park at 394-5460 and make your next event one to remember.
Boys grades 2 through 8 interested in team competition are invited to register for Canton lacrosse. This season includes 8 to 10 league games, 2 tournaments, custom uniform, and an end-of-year party. New players are welcome. Players must provide their own equipment. This season will run from March 1st through June 7th. Players are encouraged to register by January 14th. Payment plans are also available. For more information or to register for these programs, contact the Canton Sports Center at 483-5600 or visit csc.canton-mi.org. The Village Theater at Cherry Hills Preservation Society is currently offering a special offer for their cast members to choose a seat in the theater and get the best seat in the house every time. Membership includes early access to your personalized seats for all Canton community productions, access to pre-sale Canton-produced tickets at the lowest rate, savings on concession items, performer meet and greets, and more. The inaugural Village Theater Preservation Society's fee is a pledge of a tax-deductible donation of $300 annually for 2 years. Participants may split payments into monthly installments of only $25 per month. For more information, please email villagetheater@canton-mi.org or call 394-5300. The Block Youth and Teen Center is offering It Figures, an exciting series of workshops where ages 11 through 17 will learn from a variety of action figures of both fictional and real-life heroes that tell the story of men and women who have persevered by following their passions, despite hardships and societal limitations. This series of workshops will be held on Thursdays from 4 to 5 p.m. at the Block, located on the 3rd floor of the Canton Administration Building from January 19th through February 23rd. Fees per child are $100 for Summit on the Park members, $111 for Canton residents, and $144 for non-residents. For more information or to register, visit cantonfund.org/register or call 398-5570. Now for a piece on Benjamin Banneker.
Black history is American history. The contributions of African Americans can be found in every fabric of America, from sports to science, from entertainment to education, from Bunker Hill to Capitol Hill. African Americans have influenced every ounce of American culture and American life. Hello, I'm Anthony Davis, and on this program, we will talk about some of those who've made a difference both past and present, and events that helped make America America. Benjamin Banneker was a genius. He was an inventor, an architect, a mathematician, an engineer, and an astronomer. Our nation's capital would not be the same if it weren't for Benjamin Banneker. Banneker replaced architect Pierre Charles L'Enfant, who was originally commissioned to design Washington, D.C., then known as Federal City. After L'Enfant left, George Washington, under the recommendation of Thomas Jefferson, placed Banneker on the planning committee. L'Enfant left and took all the plans with him. But Banneker was able to save the project by reproducing a complete layout of all the streets, parks, and major buildings from memory. His ingenuity began early. As a young man of 22, he created his own clock, made entirely of wood, and it kept perfect time for 40 years. So impressive was his clock at that time that until today he is known as the inventor of America's first clock. For nearly 10 years, he published an annual Farmer's Almanac, for which he did all the calculations himself. His almanac won him fame all over the world. In addition to his creative genius, Banneker used his reputation to promote social change for issues like racism, slavery, and war. Banneker died October 25, 1806, but his life was very inspirational. He will always be remembered for his many accomplishments, but especially his contributions for the development of the city of Washington, D.C. Benjamin Banneker, a great American. I'm Anthony Davis, and this has been Black History, American History. Thanks for watching.
Whether you're new to fitness, someone looking to take your training to the extreme, or someone in between, the Summit on the Park offers a wide variety of fitness and wellness programs to fit your needs, including personal training. Don't wait. Get your New Year's resolution started today. Meet with one of our personal trainers and get your health and fitness goals met. Our trainers specialize in weight loss, sports-specific, senior balance and strength, and youth fitness. If you're looking for a single session, multi-session, or group training, we have packages to meet your every need. For additional information, visit summitonthepark.org or call 394-5460. Greater Canton Youth Baseball Softball Association offers programs for ages 4 through 18 for boys and girls ages 4 through 14. Discounts are available for families with 3 or more children signed up. All games and practice fields are in the Plymouth-Canton area. Our spring registration for baseball and softball will remain open until March 15th. To register, please visit gcybsa.com. For additional information, call 394-5358. Now we'll learn about Paul Robeson.
Black history is American history. The contributions of African Americans can be found in every fabric of America, from sports to science, from entertainment to education, from Bunker Hill to Capitol Hill. African Americans have influenced every ounce of American culture and American life. Hello, I'm Anthony Davis, and on this program, we will talk about some of those who made a difference both past and present, and events that helped make America, America. Paul Robeson was a famous African-American athlete, singer, actor, Renaissance man, and advocate for the civil rights of people around the world. He rose to prominence in a time when segregation was legal in the United States. Born on April 9, 1898 in Princeton, New Jersey, he was the youngest of 5. His father was a runaway slave who went on to graduate from Lincoln University, and his mother came from an abolitionist Quaker family. Robeson's family was no stranger to hardship, but had the determination to rise above it. In 1915, Robeson won a 4-year academic scholarship to Rutgers University. While there, he won 15 varsity letters in baseball, basketball, track, and despite violence and racism from opposing teams and his own teammates, he was twice named to the All-American football team. He received the Phi Beta Kappa key in his junior year and belonged to the Cap and Skull Honor Society. At Columbia Law School, Robeson met and married Eslanda Cordoza Good, who was to become the first Black woman to head a pathology laboratory. After Columbia, he took a job with a law firm, but left when a white secretary refused to take dictation from him. He left the practice of law and began using his artistic talents in theater and music to promote African and African American history and culture. Robeson traveled the world. His travels taught him that racism was not as virulent in Europe as in the US. In London, his opening night performance of Emperor Jones brought the audience to its feet and cheers for 12 encores. He earned international acclaim for his lead role in Othello, for which he won the Donaldson Award for Best Acting Performance in 1944. He is known for changing the lines of the song Old Man River from the meek, I'm tired of living and feared of dying, to a declaration of resistance. I must keep fighting until I'm dying. He did 11 films that included Body and Soul, Jericho, and Proud Valley. He sang for peace and justice in 25 languages. Throughout the US, Europe, and Soviet Union, and Africa, he was known as a citizen of the world. equally comfortable with the people of Moscow, Nairobi, and Harlem. Among his friends were future African leader Jomo Kenyatta, India's Nehru, historian Dr. W.B. Du Bois, anarchist Emma Goldman, and writers James Joyce and Ernest Hemingway. In 1933, Robeson donated the proceeds of All God's Children to the Jewish refugees fleeing Hitler's Germany, and at a 1937 rally for the anti-fascist forces in the Spanish Civil War, he declared, "The artist must elect to fight for freedom or for slavery. I had made my choice. I had no alternative." In New York in 1939, he premiered in Earl Robinson's Ballad for Americans, a cantata celebrating the multi-ethnic, multiracial face of America. It was greeted with the largest audience response since Orson Welles' famous War of the Worlds. During the 1940s, Robeson continued to perform and to speak out against racism in support of labor and for peace. He was a champion of working people. He spoke and performed at strike rallies, conferences, labor festivals worldwide. In the late 1940s, Robeson openly questioned why African Americans should fight in the army of a government that tolerated racism. Because of his outspokenness, he was accused by the House Un-American Activities Committee of being a communist. The accusation nearly ended his career, and 80 of his concerts were canceled. Robeson responded, "I'm going to sing wherever the people want me to sing, and I won't be frightened by crosses burning in Peekskill or anywhere else." In 1950, the U.S. revoked Robeson's passport, leading to an 8-year battle to resecure it and to travel again. During those years, Robeson studied Chinese, met with Albert Einstein to discuss the prospects for world peace, published his autobiography, Here I Stand, and sang at Carnegie Hall. In ill health, Paul Robeson retired from public life in 1963. He died on January 23, 1976, at the age of 77 in Philadelphia. Paul Robeson, a great American. I'm Anthony Davis, and this has been Black History, American History. Thanks for watching.
We hope you've enjoyed our show. On behalf of the team at Canton this month, I'm Diane Baker, and I'll see you in Canton.